A very warm welcome to the presentation of the Born package, the addition to AgenaTrader. My name is Rüdiger Born, and in this video I'd like to present my trading tools that I apply in my trading. Included in this is of course the Elliott waves labeling. You can see that here we can carry out the counting of the Elliott waves very easily, simply by clicking, without having to multiply the numbers ourselves. And we can also do this on different levels. So we have the possibility to work with different wave lines. The chart is automatically adjusted, so the calculation method can be transferred. We definitely keep an overview, also of the level that we're currently in. Of course, what goes very nicely with this are the Fibonacci's that are already prepared for the Elliott waves calculations, and can also be ideally implemented for this. One thing that cannot be missing is the so-called blue bar, which tells us whether the price will turn around or perhaps continue on with its trend. So it's a great tool for finding good trading situations. It can be used not only as a bar, but naturally also as a candlestick. And to improve the quality of information, we have the option to connect this with the BT oscillator, for example. Adjusted to the chart, it shows ideal turning points or confirms the direction. And all of this is calmer than the RSI, but significantly faster than the stochastic, therefore making it a useful addition to your next trading decision. To avoid entering too early, we have the slope indicator, for example. This checks corrections, so setbacks, to see whether these really have good chances of an end in sight, or whether they should be carried on a little longer, and whether the price may possibly go a bit deeper into the typical zones, the areas that we like to see. Accordingly, we can simply adapt our Elliott waves calculation, therefore avoiding a premature entry, and with this saving money. Along with the BT oscillator, we can also find the last bar high indicator as well as the last bar low indicator on the right side next to the chart, in the action bar. This gives off an alert as soon as the price has gone through the bar or candle that was most recently closed. The advantage of this is that we don't have to constantly watch the charts. It works in all time frames. For example, in the minute chart. We can also have a so-called trailing alert that is trailed behind whenever a new bar or a new candle appears. Also included in the action bar, an array of indicators that I use from time to time to improve my trading decisions. For example, the moving average, the MACD for divergences, or the volume information. As well as this, we also have quick access for instrument lists that I've set up. Long, short, quick or intraday, for example, which, together with the tab chart groups that you also receive in the Born package, offer an ideal addition for intraday as well as overnight trades. To find even simpler, more reasonable trading strategies and to then also be able to implement these, I've added a few scanners to the Born package that we also use ourselves. For example, here on the BT oscillator. This indicator here is wonderful to use for intraday trades. You can see that when the colours match up here nicely on the different levels, it's going in a great direction. Of course, the same thing also goes for the blue bars. So you don't have to scan through everything individually, you can have it all collected together. And just select those that are actually interesting, and then, for example, you can simply transfer these to your quick list. I've added a whole range of scanners, not only on a daily but also on an intraday basis, for the blue bars as well as the BT oscillator. So for short-term and longer-term trades, you can find useful, easily tradable setups. A valuable aid for finding good entry levels are the green lines. So if you don't want to wait until the trend channel has really broken through downwards, then you can find very simple preferred entries with the green lines that promise you a better chance to risk ratio, which you then simply confirm. Numerous keyboard shortcuts, so-called hotkeys, mean that you can implement the drawing tools very efficiently. For example, the Fibonacci's, the retracements, extension and projection on the price as well as on the time. Also the Elliott waves tools, various lines and trends, the slope indicators and further drawing tools that you can operate very quickly and comfortably. In addition, we can very quickly switch between candle and bar chart representations and also adapt the crosshairs. With the slope indicator for the trend continuations, it's really easy to recognize whether after the correction, the price will be a little more hesitant to go upwards, making for a quick profit taking, or whether the price is more likely to allow for the targets to actually expand and allow for a trailing stop with a strong, steep movement.